for them. Uh, you didn't go through a challenge this time. Did you go through a challenge the last time you ran?
Yes, I did.
And you made it through that challenge?
Yes, I did.
And was it two candidates or more?
It was just two candidates at the
Two
time.
candidates, incumbent and yourself.
That's correct.
What percentage of the vote did you get?
33% of the vote.
33%.
33%.
I was told that's a very high number for your first time out, running against an incumbent I think that's been in maybe at least 10 years minimum.
That's correct.
Well, that's great. So we're looking forward to you hopefully doubling
Oh,
the numbers, if not greater.
Absolutely. You know, that 33% show that this district needs to change, that they want to change, they desire a change. And with more time out, I believe they would have got the change that they needed. But this go around, they will have the change.
Well, you know what? In all honesty, because I do know the person sits in the seat right now.
Okay.
In all honesty, sometimes what happens is, and this is kind of across the board, and you guys need to know that oftentimes your elected officials may or may not be doing a good job. And when they're not doing a good job, generally word of mouth travels real, bad news travels real fast. But unfortunately, some of them, they may be doing a fair to middling, using old school language, a job, but they don't do what's necessary to keep the constituents informed. And you were talking about, you know, emails, sending out direct mail pieces, making sure that the seniors
Absolutely.
stay informed.
Being a leader, informing the people, educating the people, letting them know what's going on down in Springfield, letting them know about the bills that are coming up, finding out what their needs are. Most of the people in this district do not understand the functions of a state representative, number one. And number two, they don't know who the state representative is.
Another thing, I know you frequent Wallace's Catfish Corner from time to time.
Yes.
And one thing that I overheard someone talking about that new guy, Eddie Winters. And they were saying that you said that you were going to try to develop relationships with the Cook County commissioners, the aldermen in the district, because even though you're a state rep, you would never tell a constituent, well, I'm the state rep, I don't have anything to do with that. That's the alderman's job. This old timer said that you said that you would develop a relationship with the aldermen in the district and the Cook County commissioners and the senator that's the senator over your district to ensure that those things that were related to their legislative duties, that you had a relationship with them, so if one of your constituents said something about on a city level or the county level, you could advocate for them.
Absolutely. Once you take this position as an elected official, you're a leader and you're responsible. And I think it's irresponsible for any elected official to point the finger and say, I am not that person, you need to talk to this person. You're a leader. And that's the problem with a lot of these officials who have been in these places for far too long.
Right. Let me ask you a question out there watching. How many times have you called the alderman and then he told you to call Streets and Sand ward office because your garbage can was missing or with some glass on the curb? You got a street sweeping sign every Tuesday, and the streets, people ain't been by to clean the street, and they tell you you need, that call should be taken and then transmitted to the proper.
Absolutely.
And you know the alderman running next year, so you better keep a close eye on them because their days is numbered. And I'm not trying to be funny. The views and opinions here tonight are those of my guests as it relates to the 10th district. But what I'm about to say is my views and opinion. When your milk is in the refrigerator and it's got an expiration date on it and it's been sitting in the refrigerator a week or two beyond the expiration date, I'm not too sure you need to be drinking that milk. The old woman, grandma would say, the milk ain't no good. Well, you know, some of the aldermen have gone beyond the expiration date, and you guys better wake up because you only got a few more months and you're going to be running. And that's from me. That's not Mr. Winters. That's from the host, Renald Tatum, sending a message out to the aldermen. I apologize for that, but sometimes they need to be, you know, they're legislators too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're legislators too, or they supposed to be legislators. That's why we brought you on, because here talking success, when we're talking political success, we're talking about elected officials that are involved in public service. The word politician has a negative connotation to it. You know, if you talked as fast as I do, somebody say, you make a good politician. I say, no, I wouldn't, because I got character, Absolutely. I got ethics, I got credibility, and that's what I like about you. You've got some standards.
Thank you.
Tell us about